Hey guys, Jonathan was here for JamSports, jamsports.org. How's that going? I'm here to make my NFL preview video for week 2. Week 3 in the NFL, rather. I made this video once. I was watching the video and realized I made one hell of a mistake that I cannot fix, so I have to re-record. Before I get to the action, I do want to give a shout out to a website that you guys need to go check out, and I'll put a link in the description. These guys are big supporters of me, and I will try to support them as well. japrosportspicks.webstarts.com. japrosportspicks.webstarts.com. Link in the description. Check it out. There's one about me and a link to my website on that website as well. There's a page on that website called Our Partners. Check that out. Let's get to the NFL action right away. I'm just going to do like a rapid fire because the last video I did was about 20 minutes long and those take way too long to upload, and it's not fair to every team because the beginning gets a lot of talk and towards the end I got the rest. So here we go. Just going to do a really quick rapid fire preview. Here we go. We kick this off with Buffalo and New England. Here's what we know about Buffalo. Buffalo is okay. They're not good. Well, you can maybe even call them good. They're 2-0. However, they are in Buffalo this weekend, but there's no way they're going to beat New England. There is no way they are going to slow down New England's high-powered offense. Tom Brady's going to hit over 1,000 yards on the season already. So New England going to get the win there. Jacksonville and Carolina, both teams going with rookie quarterbacks. Blaine Gabbert for the Jags, Cam Newton for the Panthers. I saw Gabbert throw a little last week. I saw a little of Cam Newton's game against Cardinals week 1. Week 2, of course, being a Packer fan, I saw all of the game. I saw every snap that Cam Newton took. He's got over 800 yards passing. I'm very impressed with Cam Newton. I really am. He makes mistakes. The thing that I realized about him though is when he makes mistakes, he can brush them off and move on. He moves on. They made a mistake. He threw a pick to Charles Woodson last week. Came back, drove the Panthers down to get points. So there you go. That's what you got to do to be a good quarterback in this league. How's Blaine Gabbert going to be? I think Gabbert's going to be good, but I think it's going to take him time. I know that's what I said about Cam Newton, but I truly believe that's going to take Gabbert time. A lot of people are saying right now, though, that Cam Newton's an elite quarterback. He's 0-2. Yeah, he lost to the Packers, but he should have won that game. And he lost to a mediocre, less than stellar Arizona Cardinal team. So, no, I'm not quite ready to call him elite quite yet. I'm going to go with the Panthers, though, to get their first win of the season, and Cam Newton to get his first NFL win, period. Next up, we have San Francisco and Cincinnati. Big surprise, Cincinnati Bengal goes to jail. This time, offensive tackle Anthony Collins was his name. Got busted basically for 8 pounds of marijuana. Not good, not legal, shouldn't do that, not cool. So, yeah, there's that, and that's going to really affect the game. And then there's San Francisco. I'm impressed with what I saw of Cincinnati, believe it or not, over the last 2 weeks. They've played a lot better than I thought. I'm impressed with San Francisco, too. Kind of, not really. I'll tell you what I mean by not really. Hold on. I'll tell you what I mean by not really. It's because I said that I thought that Harbaugh was going to turn them around, make them good, and have them winning football games. Yes, they are 1-1. The one problem that Harbaugh has is Harbaugh hangs on to plays that go wrong or plays that have bad penalty calls too long. He needs to brush it off, move on, and get rid of his anger, especially since he's the offensive coordinator, and call the next play. I watched the Cowboy 49er game last week. Alex Smith rushed him along a few times, going, come on, I need the play. Just forget about it for a minute. Just give me the play. And there you go. So that can't happen. I've got Cincinnati. San Francisco traveling coast to coast never works. Detroit, Minnesota is next on the list. The Lions are a good team. They are set to go. Jim Schwartz is a good coach. Having all the first-round draft picks over the last few years has really helped them. They've gotten some good picks out of that. First overalls, I mean. And they've gotten some really good picks out of that. The Lions are stacked. They are ready to go. Ndamukong Suh is amazing defensively. And Matt Stafford, when healthy, is good as well. The Lions. I say the Lions move to 3-0 on the year, and the Vikings fall to 0-3. Vikings didn't look that good last week. I watched the Viking game. They looked good for most of it, and then they collapsed at the end. Donovan McNabb, I still stand by what I said last week, that he is not done, but he is on a severe decline. Houston and New Orleans. Houston, New Orleans, they're good. Houston's a good team. We know it. But, they beat a Miami team that isn't that good. They beat a Peyton Manning's Colts team that we obviously have seen is not that good either. So this is going to be the true test to see how real they are. I believe they are real. I believe that the division is theirs to lose. Tennessee might stick their nose in there. I don't think Jacksonville does. Tennessee might stick its head in there if it continues to play like they played last week. But I think it's pretty much Houston's division to lose pretty much. And this is going to be a true test for them. New Orleans beat the crap out of the Bears a lot worse than I thought they would last week. And, yeah. I've got the Saints winning the game. Not bad. I don't think the Saints are going to crush the Texans, but Saints will get the win, I believe. New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles. The faking injuries thing, I'll talk about the faking injuries thing either later today, probably not. Probably next week. I'll touch on the faking injuries thing a little bit next week because I also have another rant that I want to do. I have a personal rant about some of you guys here on YouTube that I want to do too. I'll also do that next week. Philadelphia is going to have Michael Vick. I've got this is going to be a close game. Close, typical NFC East battle. I've got the Eagles just because of home field advantage winning the contest. Denver and Tennessee. The Broncos are not good. We know it. All you Bronco fans blame it, or most of you Bronco fans, shouldn't say all. Most of you Bronco fans blame it all on Kyle Orton's shoulders because he's the quarterback and that's the premier position, so I understand that. But it's not all on Kyle Orton. Kyle Orton has talent. Problem is, the team around him is not good. Yeah, but it's still all Kyle Orton. No, it's not. I'll tell you what. You guys want Tebow so bad? Maybe the Broncos should stick Tim Tebow in there. Watch him get beat around because you guys think he's Superman and so much better. So then you guys are either going to learn to think one or two things. You guys are either going to realize that the rest of the team around the quarterback is not that good or that Tebow is not as amazing as everyone seems to think. Either way, everybody else that wasn't a Bronco fan would win. Yeah, I'm going to take a lot of heat and a lot of flack for that one. Oh well. That's alright. Next up, Tennessee, meanwhile, beat on Baltimore last week. We should probably talk about them a little bit. I think they're going to beat on Denver here. I've got Tennessee winning the game. New York Jets, Oakland Raiders, coast to coast. The Jets never works. No Nick Mangold. That doesn't work good either. Oakland's an okay team. I've got the Raiders upsetting the Jets. Kansas City, San Diego. Kansas City is horrible. Horrible. I had it written down what they've been outscored so far this year, and I don't have it near me, but it is not even close. San Diego should ultimately be 0-2. They should have lost to the Vikings in week 1. They did lose to the Patriots in convincing fashion last week. I've got San Diego coming back, getting rid of their frustrations on the Kansas City Chiefs. Make that my lock of the week. I will have a sound effect I'm going to have a sound effect for my lock of the week coming up at some point in time, probably for next week. Baltimore and St. Louis. Baltimore not going to be happy after what happened against Tennessee last week. St. Louis is better than what they show. St. Louis is 0-2, but think about that division. Cardinals, Rams, Niners, Seahags. Bad team. It's a bad division. And, it's basically either going to be a Niner or a Ram division, I believe. One of those two teams is going to win that division. I've got the Rams falling 0-3. I do have Baltimore winning the game. Green Bay and Chicago smash mouth game. Here we go. Packers defense has to play better than what they did against Cam Newton and the Panthers, and they're going to be in some deep trouble because Jay Cutler will hurt you and will not make the mistakes that Cam Newton did. Meanwhile, the Bears defense has had the same thing on their mind. If they play like they did against the Saints, this high-powered, potent Packers offense will attack you and beat you down. I've got the Packers winning a 3-point game. Arizona and Seattle. We'll talk about that crappy NFC West. Here we go. Um, Seattle's not good. Arizona not that good either. I mean, they fought against the Redskins and came up short. They should be 2 and basically they probably should be 2-0, but the point is they're not. I've got Seattle just for home field. Atlanta and Tampa Bay is next up. Atlanta looked good last week against the Eagles. Tampa Bay looked good at the end against the Vikings. They, of course, struggled mightily in the beginning. I've got Matt Ryan and the Falcons winning the game. Pittsburgh and Indy, pretty easy pick to make, I think, on Sunday Night Football. I think Pittsburgh, with Ben Roethlisberger, even though he took that hit last week, he is going to go. He is healthy. He feels fine. I say Pittsburgh rolls Indy. Washington and Dallas, the Monday night game. You want to talk about heart? Let's talk about heart. Dallas Cowboys, um, with Tony Romo punctured long and all. For Romo came through last week. Is he going to play on Sunday? Nobody knows. Washington's an okay team. They do have their mistakes. I've got Washington getting the win, moving to 3-0. I really do, because we don't know about Romo, and is Romo, even if Romo does start, is he going to be able to hold up throughout the whole game? Um, and even in and if he doesn't go, well, either way, you got to rely on Kitna, who came in last week and threw uh, 2 picks. Is basically how he threw a touchdown and 2 picks. So there you go. I don't know if I mentioned what the record was, so I'm gonna do it right now. We went 13-3 last week, 22-10 on the year, 161 and 97 lifetime. That is going to do it for me. College football picks are coming up tonight. MLB picks for today are already up. They've been up. So is the one college football pick for tonight. I am Jonathan Wazette for JM Sports 100, jmsports.org. I'm out. Peace.